And this is called sweater weather here. You think it's hot? You ought to come to Dallas. We escaped last year, a year ago, probably a year ago today. And we have been checking the weather report, and on average over summer, Dallas was 25, 30 degrees warmer than it was here. So Nate is right. The climate in Boston is supposed to be like that in Birmingham, Alabama, within a few years. So there was no escaping it. We've heard some really good speakers today, and I just wanted to add a few words to that. I'm a retired science teacher, and I'm here for the kids. I'm so happy to see you ditch school and be here. But when you go back, you have to have things to tell your friends. Okay? And so what I want to share with you is a few basic statements about climate science that I got from 350.org. You can all go there and get these. And when people say, well, the climate crisis is just way beyond me, it's too hard, I want to go to the mall, you know, I have to go to soccer practice and pick up my kids, you got to tell them something. You've got to say, well, look, if we all work together, we can fix this. So I have 5 statements I want to share with you. And again, if you go to 350.org, these are listed there, and then there are some there's some material that goes with it, you know, some science. I'm a scientist, so I like reading that stuff, but everybody doesn't like that. So 5 short things to tell people. Number 1, it's warming. No kidding, it's warming. We heard about the high temperature that we've recorded this summer, 129 degrees. People's bodies shut down at that temperature. Thank you. People's bodies shut down at those high temperatures. When it gets that hot, they can't cool off at night. They can't function and they can't think, and we need people to be able to think. Second statement, it's us. We're doing this. I've been watching us do this all my life, okay? We lived in Texas only for a year because our son was there, and he built a house for us to live in. But we sure didn't want to live in Dallas, Texas. Too hot, too dry, too flat, awful. All right, so it's us. We're doing it. We also lived in Alabama for 40 years. Okay, all right. We lived in Alabama for 40 years, and I literally watched climate change happening in Alabama. Over the years, it got hotter. Summers got hotter. They got longer. What excuse for winter there was almost non-existent. And the storms got worse every year. We lived in Tornado Alley, it's called. And when we first got there, we'd hide in the closet when tornado warnings came along. But it came to a head in 2009 when straight line winds knocked trees onto our house and we lost our whole roof. We had to have it replaced in 2009. Okay, that's a once in a lifetime thing. Well, no. In 2013, it happened again, and we lost half of our roof. Our neighborhood was shut down. The Red Cross came. The Baptists came and cut us out with chainsaws. It wasn't a pretty picture. And so people all over the world are going to have to deal with these things. They're getting worse all the time. We're sure about it. I've had people tell me, well, there's this climate debate. As Greta Thunberg says, there is no debate. We know. We know all the science we need to know, and we need to do something about it. 97% of scientists agree about this problem. And I think the other 3% must work for ExxonMobil or somebody like that. Or Donald Trump. Okay. Well, you've got to stand still, sweetie. Okay? Please. Okay. Number 4, I'm almost done. These are all bad things, I know. It's bad. It really is bad. We've heard from a lot of people that talked about how many climate refugees there's going to be. There could be 1 billion, because there will be parts of the world that no one can live in. They're going to migrate. You think it's bad at our southern border now? Wait till climate migrants start moving around the world. Okay, but the good news, there's one good thing. Last one. Okay. I used to teach teenagers, they were a little taller than you. Okay, thank you, sweetie. All right, hold on. No, just keep holding it. We can fix it. We can fix it. We still have time to fix it, but it has to be now, today. Do what everyone has been saying up here and call your representative. Get in touch with people. Don't stop until you get some help. Don't let it continue like this. Don't just go to the mall as usual. We need electric cars. We need solar panels. We need more windmills. One time, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you, let you go. Well, we were in Texas, and I always was a fan of something called an Earthship. I don't know if you ever heard of Earthship. Michael Reynolds is a crazy hippie architect guy with long gray curly hair, and he rides a Harley. But he designed these really neat houses called Earthships. They are totally off the grid. And I always wanted to see one. And when we found out we were moving from Texas to New Hampshire, and I said, I'm never going to Texas again. So we decided for our 49th anniversary, and my husband Tom over there and I decided, we've been married for 50 years, we're still talking to each other. And we decided that we would drive over to Taos, New Mexico, and see what it was about these Earthships. So we drove over there. On the way over there, we saw the most amazing sight. Windmill farm. All of West Texas is full of windmills. Okay, so what can we do? We can take those roughnecks to work on the drilling platforms and retrain them and have them work on windmills. Why not? I'm a teacher. I know people can be retrained. I started out as a Chinese major, for crying out loud. I have a degree in Chinese and German, and when I went to Alabama, I couldn't get a job, so I went back and got a biology degree. So I'm proof that you can be retrained. It can happen. So we put the roughnecks to work on the windmills. Okay, so when we got to New Mexico, we were just amazed because all our friends had said, "You're staying in an Earthship. What is that? Some kind of spaceship? Does it have dirt floors? Can you stand to be in there for very long? Is it low ceilings and all these things?" It was just like a hotel room. Tile on the floor, modern appliances, but the thing was off the grid. It had solar panels, it made its own energy, it collected its own water. It was not hooked up to one utility company whatsoever. And we thought, well, you can't transfer that to New Hampshire, but guess what? We are going to find out about that because there's a company in Vermont called Vermont that makes modular homes that are zero carbon. Zero carbon. It's starting. It's possible to do. It can be done here, and we can get off that oil and keep it in the ground. So, that's all I have to say, and just don't stop talking. Don't stop fighting. Don't give up. Okay? Thank you.